How come Subler always gets to say flop first? Isn't it kind of cheating? Ah, fuck, I'm answering his question as he's got ads. Typical. Cruel and unusual. We'll be talking about what Astrid goes through, or us silently judging every decision you make. I met a new... It's a reference to yesterday. I met a new creature yesterday. And that was Schmitz's description of my treatment of it. I was merely getting to know the local wildlife. I mean, I'm never getting away from that, right, Salty? Such is the platform. Salty Bear, Satan, Sothan, Coffeeton, Dougie, welcome to the stream, everybody. Dougie, can you hear me? It's weird he's getting ads, it's not reporting ads on my end. Shit. Right, yesterday we had quite the revelation. It turns out that a guy that runs a radio broadcasting shop or whatever in Persevere and this.
This sub comes with strings attached.
Okay, yeah, right.
I expect special treatment moving forward because I could use my free sub for some woman trying to buy me off with her body like a Maranthe instead, lol.
Are you saying that you've not been hanging around for 46 months, Dougie, because of my body? There I was thinking that was my prime asset. Shit. Dougie, welcome to the stream, and thank you for 46 months of prime. Thank you, Dougie. I was going to say, as Bear says, it's not always that I get to say flop first. Usually there's somebody who comes in that's earlier than me, says flop, like as I yesterday, and then I immediately screwed myself and died. Got the chop, lost the fucking chop gear. Shit. Right, you've got a nice asset. Thank you, sir. Creepy bitch. Pinto, welcome to the stream as well. How are we? Show off them tats. What are these? No. Dougie, thank you for the sub. So, yesterday, as I say, the guy in the Radio Shack thing discovered that a ship on the bay received a signal just before all this happened from space. That might be why there's an observatory here. Now, all of our theories about solar flares and all of that, Alcarion's had a few good theories, could all be about to come true. Or it's aliens and this just goes off a cliff. I doubt it. So, what we're going to do is, he intercepted said signal that was meant to go to a ship nearby that has drifted into the bay, I assume, when it lost power. So we are heading into a new area to go to said ship and investigate more, see if there's any clues as to what this signal was and why it seems to have been coming from fucking space. However, I'm going to do a little bit of... I might try and do a bit of crafting if I can. I've got all these pelts cured and stuff, so I might just nip back to the wilds in the first bit and see if I can make some upgrades. How about that? Keaton, good afternoon as well. So, you find me now here. I am in a lighthouse to the south of this area, Desperation Bay. Now, yesterday I tried to get over to the ship, but this, I could walk up to here, but crossing this area, as much as it looks like there's a cave there, or that you can maybe walk around, none of which seemed viable. So I don't know how to get north. The problem is the weather here fucking stinks. It is terribly cold in this area, it feels like. So, now feels like a good time to put them cured pelts. Exactly, Kit. Maybe at least the early bit. Put them cured pelts to good use. So, what I think we'll do, I'll try and remember my way back, and we'll go to Perseverance Mills, I think. And then I'll grab my stuff, and we'll just nip back into the wilderness and go and craft that stuff. What do I have in terms of weight? I've got so much fucking food. I don't need all of this tea, do I? I never drink tea in this game. Do maybe drop some of this heavier stuff. Actually, let's sort by weight. What's the heaviest? Damn, peaches weigh a ton. As does peanut butter and dog food. That works though. I can get rid of some of these cans. I guess it's all the cans and stuff that's got water in it, right? It does make sense. Hang on. A little tidying. Did you think that I would not tidy this stuff up and just leave it on the floor? You don't know me at all. I meant to throw the tea in the sea. I would say it, but in this weather it'll just bounce off. Pork and beans, and then these teas. Chuck them on here. Some leather as well for repairs. Actually, before I leave, do these boots need repairing? Boots are at 54. What time of day is it? Sun's about to go down. You know what? I'm going to fuck that off for now. I'm going to head out. In fact, do I have any torches? I've got 9 torches. Let's torch our way back to town. I still haven't managed to find a crafting area in Perseverance Mills, which would be nice, right? Especially an interior one, because then I could just stand there and craft. The only option I seem to have is an outside crafting table in the wilds, or the wilderness, or whatever it's called. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. We'll find out. But I want to make the boots, the hat, the gloves, and the deerskin pants, I think. The problem is I'm going to need a lot of like food and supplies up there to do that. I can hear the ptarmigans again. Where are they? For those that were here yesterday, there's a new adorable little animal. And they have such a cute face when you're snapping their necks. I can hear them. Where are they? There's one, look. You see it? Look. It's like a little stupid pigeon lad thing. Oh, adorable. Look, I've been out here for 5 seconds and the weather's gone smelly already. I need to be able to remember how to get... See, my fucking torch has blown out already. Yeah, we go. Back in through this cave. I'd like to be geared up for this. See, what? Snapping cute animals' necks? It's amazing how few people are willing to do it for an animal that really needs it, right? Not that these did. Right, if I can remember my way back through this cave, we'll be back in town and roasting marshmallows by an open fire in no time. Disturbing lack of coal in this cave. I remember Azar's left turn is what this cave's now known as. He gave very good advice yesterday, which led to me wasting time. There we go. Oh, I really want to work. I don't know whether I should spend a little bit more time, but I checked every building in Perseverance Mills yesterday and I couldn't see one. There might be more in that mill that I'm not allowed in at the moment because I think there was a fire and I'm suspected, or they're suspecting somebody of arson. Oh yeah, I don't just turn up in town, do I? I hope I can get back. Again, it's too windy for torches. Here we find... Oh, it's all the old cattails, isn't it? Ooh, speaking of which... Are cattail stalks edible in real life? Not the head, obviously, that would be fucking disgusting, but I assume the stalks might have a little bit of caloric value. Too windy to light a torch, but it really doesn't fit. Wait, hello? Possibly. It goes back to my old theory about starving to death and just eating leaves and stuff, right? I think that's the game saying, you know what, Stubble, you're right. Excessive. You bitch. You little twat. See, I wouldn't mind a few of these. You pan-sear anything with enough butter and it's edible. I don't think that's quite the survival way of going about it, kitten, but yeah. You're probably right. Am I allowed to feel aggrieved by what just happened? God, he's fast, this little twat. Look at that. Look at that speed. Ah, shit, I bust my arrow. That's fine. It says that raw, they taste like cucumber and cooked taste like zucchini or asparagus. They just hate it when video games teach you something. Not here for education. I'm made to get abused by like 15 people in my peripheral vision while trying to enjoy a fine piece of art. Pansear is Pokemon in it. Oh, you're thinking of Snorlax. So then, yeah. So it needs a mistake to make if you're an idiot. I'll add that info to your pile of useless knowledge. It might save your life if you're stranded in a waterside wilderness. As long as you've got a pan and some butter and a full oven. Sticks and stones may break my bones, Stubbler, but words will hurt forever. If that sticks and stones may hurt my bones thing was true, then surely nobody would ever get offended on the internet, right? Again, this feels highly excessive.
I can't feel my feet.
I've spent so much time messing about.
Stone up my bum will break my heart, but word are mean as well.
True, actually. See, that's the full version. That should have hit it. Trim, welcome to the stream. I'll never leave home without a pan and butter. Sorry, butter and a fire.
Your age is showing, Grandad.
Oh, I've bust 2 arrows doing that. That was dumb. I wonder if I can make some arrows, actually. Let's make some arrows while we're doing a little bit of crafting. Shagadan, good morning. I thought the title was Cruel and Uninstall, which made me wonder what happened off stream, but then I remembered I can't read and I was projecting. I've rage quit. God, that would be sassy if I fell out with the game off stream and then decided to go live in the Long Dark category, only to install it when I got there. No one gets offended on the internet. Fuck you for suggesting otherwise, I'm off. Reminds me of that Ricky Gervais quote about, he was talking about, oh, there's that wolf that's afraid of me, right? He was saying that he gets a lot of abuse on Twitter. This is like 10 years ago. And he said, but in his mind, Twitter's just a big dustbin. So if somebody was stood in a dustbin at the side of the road and insulted you, you wouldn't pay attention to it, right? You're like, yeah, but you're stood in a dustbin. The internet is a bit like that, right? Trem, thank you for the bits. It's like the old adage about people that want to be a world leader are automatically unfit to be a world leader by the virtue of wanting to be one. It's like if a person signs up for a social media account just to abuse people and speak shit about others, that decision to do that has already invalidated whatever they've got to say, right? Which is kind of nice.
Oh, it's getting dark out here. Time to look for shelter.
Right, overnight we're going to do a big skin. I'm going to take these rabbits to pieces. And I'm going to enjoy doing it. But then I want to get this stuff. I might leave the meat outside. And yeah, we'll leave it here because I can't really cook it yet. Because there's like one thing this chapter doesn't seem to have is a great deal of like stoves and cooking equipment. Despite it would look like a place that should have tons of it. Guess everybody's got electric ovens and stuff here, which is kind of impressive because they're don't need this on anymore, do I? Because they've survived the best despite not having... Astrid, calm down. You're fine. You'd think a place like this that would rely entirely on electric would be the most fucked when the electric went off. Instead, they're fine. Okay, I've arrived. A lot of antiseptic and bullshit. I don't really need much of that. Anything I can drop? No, let's go inside. Let's get gutted. If anybody likes watching like cute Disney animals getting ripped to pieces by a maniac with a knife, this is the stream for you.
Hey guys, watch this.
Go on.
Hey Stubbler, say
yes.
stove again.
Stove. Stove.
Ha 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 ha, did you all hear that? He said stuff.
This is my hobby, apparently. Sorry, I'm just breaking apart some broken things, trying to keep my spirits up in light of all of this. Do I have another one? Yeah, I get the arrowhead back. Ooh, let's go make some arrows. Fucking Syria, 97% of the way to a good takedown. Ah, go trim. 4 rabbits. Right, I'm going to make these people feel sick now. We're going to do some heavy harvesting. We're having the meat, we're having the hide, and we're having the guts. Jesus. Right, let's do the same again with the others. Just keep an eye on my food and drink and stuff. It's a good way to spend an evening, right? And then the second to last one. It's some good meat, actually. Which was Trim's nickname at Brownies. Can't believe you're going to get the Stream Street 509 out of 517 and get a power cut and lose it all. Well, with the new, like, I'd just do 2 streams on another day to make sure I get the 5 in thing. It's a little bit easier to keep up with. For once, I'm being kind with my health instituting rules like that. Oh, that's poo. Fuck it off, right? Drop all of those to cure. So there was that time recently where I'm going to make Trim feel guilty now, where she had a brain injury recently. And I was in hospital with her all day. Then I got back at 11 and did a 1-hour stream just to make sure it worked. I snuck one in. It would be a little bit hard on myself to... Did I drop all of them? I did, didn't I? To break the streak for that. Fuck, now I do feel bad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Turns out she was alright. But still, yeah. She's clear. I mean, it comes as no surprise that she's capable of brain injuries. Like, look at me. Right, I'm going to put all this rabbit meat here. And that's made me hungry, and then we'll sleep. Did she just need checks because she's with you? 2 hearts, 1 mind. Ah, fuck, that hide's not cured yet. I am ready to do some crafting, aren't I? Like, I can definitely craft the rabbit. Let me have a look. How can this stuff not be ready to craft with yet? So I need 2 deer hats, so I can make the boots. And I need to make these 2. So I need 7 rabbit pelts and 2 deer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuck, I need 7 and I've got 6. I didn't leave any rabbit pelts anywhere, did I? But I can at least make one thing. Let's gather what we need for crafting now then. 2 deer hide, 4 deer guts. And what's probably the best thing to replace? I've lost one of my hats, so probably that. 2 deer... Trim, stop typing, you're confusing me. It's hard ignoring you and counting. 2 deer hide, 4 deer guts, and 3 rabbit, 1. So I need 5 cured guts. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where my short-term memory smells the most. 3 rabbit pelts. And then 2 deer hides. So that should be... Yeah, that's good. And then 2, 5, 4. Yeah. Alright, we're ready. 2 hearts, 1 cup. 2 deer hearts, 2 boots. Hide, not hat. Trim. Why would I make something out of an animal's heart when I could make it out of its skin and internal organs instead and be a lot less weird? 1 man, 1 cup, you could say. Okay, I can't cook on this fire, can I? Because these knobheads are selfishly standing exactly in the way that... Yeah, that guy's got a baby, that's bad. No, he hasn't got a baby, he's got his arms crossed for that guy. Let's eat. I might eat some cattails, actually. Now that I know that they taste like zucchini. Yeah, let's just eat cattails. I'm sure there's a faster way to do this, but I've not found it yet, so we're stuck doing this. Unless I cook a fire, make a fire and cook some of that rabbit stuff in the morning. That might be a better way to do it, actually. Yeah, let's just sleep. I've got 1,300 stored calories anyway, so let's sleep for 9 hours. Sorry, kitten, a bit of crossfire there. You don't have to say it, but the alternative is reading Trim's bullshit. There we go, good. Nice crisp morning. We've slept the evening through. My stomach's rumbling. But that's fine, we're going to make a fire. Did that other deer pelt cure? No, it did not. It's a tough choice, isn't it just? Stretch. Trouble is I left all them fucking sticks back at the lighthouse. Do I have anything to make a fire with? I do. I don't think I've got a great deal of firewood though, have I? 3 sticks and some torches. You know what? Cattails it is. No, I'm afraid you're trapped here for 3 hours sitting. You're going to laugh at me just because I don't have the necessary amount of firewood on me. Eat some crackers. Oh good, you reminded me I need to use the courgette in the process. I'm here for courgette reminders. Laugh, sorry. Listen, I draw the line at that. Right, with our pelts in hand, the only workbench I can think of is this way. So I'm going to go all the way up to the lake, and we're going to get some crafting done, and then maybe I'll be able to survive the cold on Desolation Beach, whatever it's called. Balls, in which case I'm going to the kitchen for drinks and snacks. Can I offer you some raw rabbit meat or some cattail stalks that apparently taste like zucchini. What do we call zucchini on these stupid little islands? Hang on. Camera should be a lot better today. Courgette, that's the one. Makes you wonder though. Zucchini is an interesting word, and courgette sounds rather French. Have we made the right call? Makes you think. Am I going the right way? Right, Perseverance Wilds. Yeah, but the French are super cool, and I'm lying. Trim, can I ask you a favour? Will you head out into the cold Canadian wilderness and go get me a hatchet? I've got no stones. I can't cut down firewood without a hatchet. For some reason, they just don't have hatchets in this map. So I'm freezing to death a lot of the time, and I'll see a nice, like, branch that's covered in... It's made of cedar wood or fir or something that keep the fire going for hours, but I can't fucking get to it because I don't have an axe. Shrill, welcome to the stream. Have we found out how long the dark really is yet? Well, it's longer than my firewood store, it would seem, Shrill, yeah. It's very long. More of a long walk. This is a good game. I think it might be the survival game. There's a stone. Good. Right, to the lakeside cabin, we're crafting. The thing is though, without a hatchet, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep the crafting going for long. What's this? Oh, there's my old gloves, look. Those were the days. I actually remember standing here and testing the new animations with the gloves. And then I just cast them away because I didn't need them anymore. So, I don't want to bear... No, I could bear left and get some of that moose meat. It's rotten as arseholes, but it might... If I can drag that moose meat north with me, despite clearly hearing wolves, if I can drag that moose meat north with me, then I can have it sat while I'm crafting. I might be about to spend a long few days up here. It won't look long because it'll be mostly crafting. Unless they've got new animations for crafting, which would be pretty top if true. There's going to be a lot of time passed up here. Gwynblade, good afternoon. Stream title idea, glove in an elevator. I had the word, have I had that pun anywhere? Yes, yeah I have. When I broke my rabbit skin gloves in, I think the 3rd chapter, I went with no glove lost. Which is infinitely better than yours, deny it. Alright, I've got my stone now, so I should have my patented wolf scaring technology. Hello.
Did I say I hate being called? Because I really do.
Astrid. Now's not the fucking time. Right. Watch this. Torch down. Wolf gets spooked by the fire. Pretend to aim a weapon at the wolf as well as the fire, and you can get rid of a wolf without bullets. Pretty cool. I think every time I use that from this point forward, I'm going to talk about how cool it is. It's not like me to repeat myself, of course. Right. Still no firewood up here, is there? Is that campfire that's still got 2 pieces of meat on? There's still all this moose meat, look. Is that edible? It is. Still parts of it left. Right, did I leave any hides in here? We've got the moose hide, which is now cured. I need to remember that. Although, as far as I can tell, there's nothing that you craft with a moose. Unless I need to find some schematic. I don't know why I said it like that. Fucking Sean Connery. Unless we need to find some schematic somewhere that teaches me how to make like a, I don't know, moose tent or something. Azar, good morning. I'm glad we're acknowledging our vicious mistreatment of nature's creatures. Nature and nature's creatures with the stream title. Oddly, that is exactly what it is. Ooh, fucking more greens.
Feel like it's doing this every time I join the stream.
I'm so cold.
It might be that you're only able to watch like once a month, Mazza. I think there's some maths we can get Sothan to do to maybe work out if there's a reason. Mazak, thank you for 73 months. You've joined to watch a crafting stream. Actually, I hope I aren't crafting for more than like 30 minutes. With a bit of luck, I can get these things made without being here for ages. I'm only joking, Sothan. It was some bullshit. About cruel and unusual with Trim's kids' names. Yesterday I found a new animal, like a little, like some kind of fowl or like a duck or something called a ptarmigan, which I'm sure exists in real life, but it's not a word that I'd seen before. And we were all like, whoa, look at that little thing. And I picked one up and broke its neck, and everybody was very upset. And Schmitz referred to my actions as cruel and unusual. I liked it so much it had to be a stream tale. For a game that's mostly just bright snow, calling it the Long Dark does feel a bit dramatic. Yeah, the days are quite long, aren't they? It's hardly my winter car daylight length. But I suppose it gets by that by not having a sunrise and sunset time. It just has that little symbol, right? Because the nights, I think, are longer than the days. Mazak, though, I appreciate the prime. I need you for a maths problem, Sothan, yeah. Mazak can watch the stream about once a month, Sothan. But for some reason, every time he joins, it asks him to resub. Is there some kind of complex numbers that are going on behind the scenes that means that that happens to always align? Downloaded a textbook, but for some reason all the new characters have been indicated with exclamation marks and everything else feels fine. All the new line characters have been indicated with exclamation marks. So now it just seems really enthusiastic about the subject. That's a good thing, though. You want your textbooks to feel into it. The bit's complex, yeah. If X is how many times I join the stream and Y is how many times I can give a sub notification in the chat, we need to work out Z. Didn't I enjoy saying that? I caught that as well, everybody. I'm ashamed of myself. Which is how often I join the stream when X equals Y. So then get on it. I can't look Mazak in the eye until this has been answered. Right, what's the percentage chance that I've forgotten something? I've made it all the way over to the only workbench that I know exists. That's Stubbler's Wolf technology. $50-50. I'll take that. That seems more in my favour than I would have expected from you, Pete. You would download a textbook. Fuck you, I would. I didn't download a car. Fuck you, I would. Ironically, seems like you're saying you wouldn't. I think it needs a comma after the U, Sotha. It's like, hell yeah, I would. Fuck you, I would. I'm not paying $250 for a fucking textbook. Right, I have this fire. and it's in the wrong fucking place because the workbench is here, I think. Yeah. I might actually damage my health significantly to get this done. I nearly went inside and slept there to set my spawn. What fucking game do I think I'm playing? So. Oh no! Did I forget fucking sewing kit? Oh, I've got 2. Fine. Right, the rabbit skin hat takes 3.5 hours, but I'm cold. I'm going to damage my health. Stop!
I'm freezing.
Get my hypothermia risk now, that's done. Alright, I got some of it crafted, but that was done. Let's never do that again. But it only took the overpaid academic 5 minutes to write it. Are you cured? You're not. Right, that really fucking hurt. That I maybe shouldn't have done it that way around. It's warm in here though. Did I not leave food in here? I thought I did. Oh, I've got 3 sewing kits. Yeah, it's almost like Stubler of the past knew what he was doing. Oh, wall left. Fuck you, I would. Sounds like the fuck I would kind of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. What's the chance I'll draw a big blue marble from the bag? 50-50, either you will or you won't. Precisely. So I thought I'll try and talk you out of it, but that's just because maths is just... It's like a big pyramid scheme to try and convince us to buy textbooks. Take that back right now, you monster, see? They'll pay the rent with your moral high ground, I guess. If said academics were the ones who made money on it and not Pearson, I might consider it more. Oh, that's who Pearson is. What's more important is that you found a way to feel superior to someone. Southland, don't call him out on that. We all pretend we've not seen it. Alright, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to need some water at some point, though. Let's sleep for 10 hours. There we go, that's temperature fixed. I have to deal with those fuckers every day if you're like, oh yeah, you're in that ecosphere? What's the word I'm looking for? Not ecosphere. What's the word I'm thinking of? I hesitated for a moment to send that since it sounded too biting. But then I pressed enter anyway. What's the word? Mazak works in education, so he comes across the people who make education textbooks a lot. He's in their something sphere. Is ecosphere the word? It sounds like it is the word, but then it suddenly doesn't sound right. Line of work does work, yeah, but it's whatever I'm thinking of that's confusing me. Stratosphere? Sonosphere? Sun's rising outside. I'm going to have to start a fire because I need to make some water. Cook some breakfast as well. Alright. Is there anywhere out here? Ecosphere. It sounds right, but then, unfortunately, it really sounds wrong. I can't work out what's different. Right, I'm going to nip out with... Fuck me, this thing's running out of juice. I was going to nip out and find... There's no... I've got nothing in my inventory. I'm going to have to supply this with just sticks. Unless I can break down some of the wooden furniture inside the house with my bare hands. But I think you need a hatchet for that. Break down this shit, though. Hemisphere, that doesn't sound like the word I'm thinking of. I hate this. I just need a word, and there's a particular word. I don't need a word to say the sentence. I'm trying to remember what word I'm thinking of. Being an idiot has some real drawbacks. Suddenly the word ecospheres feels like I've made it up. Alright, gather some firewood. I'm going to get settled in a little bit here. I'm using as much warmth as I have, but at least breaking down these sticks is having the sun come up a little bit. Are the wolves back on the lake? They are. Maybe I should. Ah, fuck. I might have wasted a match there. Because I think in the 10 minutes it's going to take me to break this down, that torch is going out, right? Oh, no, it's still lit. Okay.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Astrid. Shut up. There are some sticks that way behind the buildings, then. It's worth it for a rabbit hat. So there's a fire there, but I should probably... Because, right, while I'm time skipping to warm up, got 18 sticks and some old torches, that seems alright. While I'm time skipping to warm up... No, I might need that lamp oil, I'm just going to take the risk. I don't need to time skip while the meat's cooking and while I warm up. I can use that hour to craft while the fire's going.
Come on.
You know what I mean? That's why I get paid the big pennies. Should call them on, get us to about 2.5 hours. Oh, perfect 2.5 hours. Lovely. Then, give me these. Breakfast. The cooking pot would be nice as well. So that's going to take 33 minutes, and that's probably the same. So let's do another 33 minutes working on the hat with the sewing kit. You stop this halfway through? Sounds like it. That's cooked. Drink that. This is pod racing. Now we're in 55, so I'm going to make water. The controls have changed ever so slightly in this episode, and it's throwing me. So then I do another 32 minutes left on this craft, and we have the rabbit skin hat. Lovely. Delete that. So, I'm going to go from a warmth bonus. Do I not see what my warmth... Oh yeah, a warmth bonus of +9, but when I equip the rabbit skin hat, and then that, I go up to +11. Right, then I can start working on the boots. But I should keep making water, I think, in these. In fact, I should probably go out and get some firewood while I'm warm, right? Because there was a couple of bits over here. Then we'll start crafting these boots. It's a shame I can't craft much more than this, but the rabbit stuff that we got earlier will finish off the rabbit gloves, and then I think I'm alright with these muckluck boots or whatever. At least for now. So the deer pants, and then it would just be the wolf chest, but that's a pretty long craft. Like the Enterprise in that regard. I don't know where this goes. Might be a demon down here, for all I know. It might be the devil that's really in charge of the story. For those that were here yesterday, there's a non-zero possibility suddenly that the apocalypse is caused by aliens. I think it's just a red herring or a misdirect, but again, non-zero chance. And the aliens look like this guy.
Twat.
True. Cheeky, welcome to the stream. We're just discussing possible aliens in the mod dark. Cheeky, thank you for the bits. Right, come on. Come on, Astrid, get back to the fire before it goes out. We've got work to do. All the sticks and firewood we can muster. It's not in the snow. Just a little rock or something. Just a rock. Cheeky, how are we? Fuck you, Soth, and I love you too. Right, is my water done? Yeah. Cook. Good. Then I need to put all this back on the fire. Crafting day, right? 2 hours and 45 minutes. So, I can do 30 minutes at a time on these boots. Spend 0.5... You can't see, but I'm selecting how much time I spend crafting it. No, not the boots. I wanted the pants, didn't I? Did I not bring enough fucking deer hide to craft the pants? Did I confuse it about the boots? I don't want the boots, do I? I've got some good boots. It's the pants I needed, because... Oh, stubbler. It's fine. Shit. I'm going to have to come back to craft the pants. Unless by chance there's a deer hide in here. There isn't, is there? Fuck. Fucking typical. And the weather's turning out there. Do I make the boots? No, because I need the pad and I need the pants. The boots I have are fine. I don't need more boots. Alright, let's drop the hides in here then. So there's 2 deer hides now, because all my fucking lists and everything are all buzzed up, aren't they? Let me go back to my list. So what on here now is incorrect? How the fuck do you get to there? So that is all miles off now. The Moose Lake hut has 1 moose pelt in it, but this fishing lake hut has... that is 5, 6, 7... No. 4, 7 guts. Guts times 7. Deer hide times 2. Well, that's Chaz Cave. Stop, you are a fucking idiot. Good job, I'm handsome. Guts times 7 and deer hide times 2. No, 3. 2. Okay, so this then has 8. The bar, I'm going to have to go back and re-update that in the future. Alright, lovely. One thing, though, I can do, even if I can't craft the pants, is I can go and see if I can craft some more arrows, which I don't think I've ever done in this game before. I think I've got the necessaries to make them. It might be feathers that I'm lacking, thinking about it, but that might be something we can get. Just need to find a corpse, which I know where there are a few corpses around here. Can I not make arrows? Can I not make arrows? I was so convinced I could make arrows that I fired off them 2 arrows at them rabbits back in Desolation Bay, knowing that if they broke it would be fine because I had a way to craft more. But it turns out Astrid can't craft arrows for some reason, which is fucking soul destroying. So if I can't craft arrows, then what's the point in me having... in me collecting the arrowheads and sticks and stuff? Am I dumb? I need one more deer pelt anyway. To be honest, I didn't have a deer pelt, did I, in the bar, so it's kind of fine. Right, take the rest of this as torches. That's a 50% torch. That's very good. That's another 50% torch. That's very good. That is a 40-ish% torch. That's very good. That is a 20% torch. If you can collect all the materials, yeah, I'm thinking there might be some book or something, so like a schematic or something I need to read. It teaches you how to create them. I mean, this is the workbench, yeah. But I've never crafted arrows in this game, so I might be missing something, I don't know. Right then, I've made the boots, we've learnt our lesson. Let's nip back to Perseverance Mills and let's see if... sorry, the hat. Let's see if I can get on with this story. We'll try and crack Desolation Bay. See if the weather's a bit better and I can work my way closer to that ship, because that's the key point of interest, right? So, for those that missed the cutscene yesterday, there was a signal that was received by a ship that crashed in the bay around the time that all this went off. And the signal was unlike anything the guy had ever received before. He intercepted it. But for some reason, that ship was receiving strange signals from space. Now, our theories about like a solar flare or a magnetic shift or all of that stuff could still be on, because it could be coming from the ISS or something, right? Or from heaven. It's true. Trying to warn us of the real antagonist in the other... True. As ours cracked it. A warning signal from scientists on the ISS is kind of mental and over the top, but the devil being involved seems very plausible. Oh, the forest has broken us, hasn't it? As we knew it would. Actually, Sothan, you might have to add that to the list. I was saying recently that I don't usually badmouth games unless that I don't like, in very rare examples like Crackdown 3 and Burning Crusade. But there is the forest. I think the reason why is because the forest very, very visibly let me down. It's kind of hard to deny. Do you know, it's been a couple of months now. The further I get away from Sons of the Forest, the more I realise that I was more interested in that first game because I didn't like it than I was in the second game because I kind of liked it a little bit. Not to be too internet, but there's a sweet spot between the best thing ever and the worst thing ever, that if you fall into it sometimes, you just don't get remembered. Is Burning Crusade a fairly new one? I don't remember you bad-mouthing it when I mentioned it until recently. I always... The reason I'm so massively into private servers is the heartbreak I felt when I got deeper into Burning Crusade. I went back though this year, and I gave it my all, and I really focused on the leveling zones, and got involved in all the stories, and geared up in the dungeons, and enjoyed my... focused on my character developing as a rogue and stuff, but I think, well, a lot of people very much enjoy it, it's just not my thing. I know, Azara, I just don't remember him hating it so much until he recently mentioned it. It's not that I hate it, so I like... Well, I kind of do. But I fully acknowledge that everybody really likes it. And I was very on my own at the time as well. And I was the ultimate loser as a result of it. But yeah. Oh, that's what he was asking, yeah. No, he was just saying the new thing for me to not enjoy. Nah, Swifty and I used to talk about it all the time on stream as well, so... The reason I added it to the list along with Crackdown is that I'd spoke quite heavily about it this year. After my experiment. I'm kind of nervous we're going to end up in a discussion about Burning Crusade, which is completely unnecessary because I appreciate everybody very much loves it. Right, that was a bit of a dumb detour. But we're almost back.
We stubble we change is scary
True. True. Zeddle's welcome to the stream, same for Sea of Thieves, right? Hey, apparently they've made even more strides in undoing a lot of that stuff in Sea of Thieves or something. I didn't manage to watch too far into the video I was watching, but apparently the removing teleporting to world events and stuff, apparently they're reneging on quite a lot more as well. And they've admitted to a bunch of streamers... Sorry, I'm just wiping my monitor if you can hear it rattling. They've admitted to a bunch of streamers that they've made some wrong decisions and stuff. YouTubers and stuff. As maybe part of a push to try and encourage a lot of the big people that were covering their game to get on board with some kind of change back into the direction of the game at its peak, right? There might be a future. Alright. We got the hat at least. Imagine admitting you're wrong on the internet. It'd be such a good faith move, wouldn't it? Wow. Because all they'd have to do is say, we read the forum posts, we read the outcry, we read everything you said, and we thought we were onto a good thing, but it turns out that all of the streamers and everything that lived in our game were kind of onto something with their criticisms. So we're going to do better, and here's a roadmap for fixing it. How good would that be? That would be such a good faith move. But it's one that so few developers ever do, right? So often you just get silence, and then everyone's just guessing what's going to happen next. And if there's no promises, you just fade away, or your interest does, right? There must be some business reason why it's terrible to admit defeat, but not defeat, but to admit mistakes. There's the other fucking deer hides that I could have taken north and made my new pants. I actually did have the hides I needed. No, we're gonna try a Desolation Point. Okay, so is there anything I need to drop off while we're here? Probably my old hat, right? No, I didn't have another hat, did I? That was filling a slot. Look at that. I wanted to make the pants. I don't have any pants. I just wanted pants. Piss. Lovely. Time of day is about midday. I think we can make it to the lighthouse then. Now I'm in here and I'm warmed up. I don't have any sticks though, do I? There is only one wolf that will probably still come for me because I stink on the path back to the lighthouse. Do I take some of this meat? Yeah, because I can just drop it, can't I? I might give you something to eat while we're at the lighthouse before we set off. Let's take it all. I'm as smelly as possible. Good. You know what? I got one of the things crafted on my list. I think it's more damaging now to admit you're wrong than to be proved wrong. Maybe. That's just it. We don't live in an objective world anymore, do we? We live in an outrage world. And you can't just ignore the outrage. Yeah, because I guess if Sea of Thieves admit to, like, I mean, a lot of the YouTubers that have made videos on this, or if you want to go and watch it, anybody, just as a source, are players like Hitbo, there's a guy called Fuzzy as well, and people like that, that have had developers say, I miss the old Sea of Thieves, and we all miss the old Sea. Like all the like, I guess if you have that announced on a video by a YouTuber, you're not going to get people in the comments atting you specifically going, fucking knobheads. You can avoid that direct vitriol. Am I going the wrong way? No, I don't. Ironically, I've seen kind of the opposite. So many devs have done the "we've heard your feedback" song and dance. It doesn't mean anything to me anymore. Yeah, I suppose. That's the thing. You're right. It only takes a couple of people to on the surface do this big "we've heard your feedback" and then not act on it. That you just lose faith that anybody ever will, right? Yeah, I don't know. And then, to prove myself even further wrong, you look at the No Man's Sky example. They just went radio silence and fucking fixed it, right? Yeah, you're right, maybe this is the way. Because you can come out and there's not a great deal of difference between an earnest apology and a bullshit one, right? And because of the way the internet is, the 5% that believe it will be saying, thank you, and the other 5% that don't believe it will be saying, bullshit. So you're getting your negative response regardless. See that? I dropped the decoys and the wolf just lost interest. Go aggro him again though and do this trick. Boo! I said boo, bitch. It kind of doesn't make sense. You'd think the wolf would come for the decoys regardless, right? But I guess it's part of the decoy system. Because in theory, I could put that meat like on the floor somewhere and have the wolf dragged over there. Mate, we've just gone through this. Unless you're a different one, but I don't think you are. Need to be quick because that torch is going out. There we go. I think radio silence was a requirement given how much people hated it. Yeah, maybe it's not necessary for every studio. Somebody who plays Dead by Daylight, I know all too well about shit money grab developers. Do they promise you the stars as well? Alright. Back to Desolation Bay. I think the signal that came from above wasn't from fucking aliens, obviously, because we received it from a hippie, weed-smoking conspiracy theorist, right? I think it's probably a last-minute emergency warning from some science team on the ISS or something to maybe to the observatory that we keep seeing on the menu screen and stuff for this episode. Reminds me of Metal Gear a bit. You used to be able to place porn on the ground to act as a trap for the guards. They'd come by and get distracted for a good 10 to 15. Fucking hell. Are we such simplistic creatures? Gwynblade. Death Stranding. Fuck. Like... I think a Kojima world is enticing when the gameplay is amazing and it like drags you into caring about the Kojima world. But the sheer amount of tutorials, where am I going? I'm lost. The sheer amount of tutorials and text spam and stuff in that game, I can't. Like the story, oh, I need to be up there, don't I? The story distracts me from trying to learn out what the fuck I'm supposed to do, and then once I get interested in the story, I get bamboozled by what the fuck I'm supposed to do and can't concentrate on one or the other. Christ. I keep trying though. Sometimes it's like, right, you need to do this new thing and it looks really confusing, so I just like do some very basic deliveries in the 1 hour a day I get to play it and turn it off. It might be a little too Kojima for me. Have I gone the right way? Yeah. I'm going to recycle the torch, though, when we get across the bridge. I don't want to, like, drop the torch to relight it on here and throw it off. Waste a match. Actually, I think if crows hover around a corpse, they drop feathers, right? Seems to be where I find most of my feathers, around corpses and carcasses and stuff. I actually think this is going to sound dumb, but I'm fairly sure some people might understand what I'm saying about this. I somewhat find Japanese video games, I know they're not a monolith, but on the whole, it feels like Japanese video games are still very, very video gamey, to the point where it starts to affect immersion for me. Like,
I'm not sure I can carry much.
Everything has ranks still, everything, I know Red Dead does, but like, the games are all about fast-paced movement, and it's all about scores, and it's all about ranks, and it's all about 500 tutorials, and it's numbers flying all over, like... I don't know, it feels like the type of games I play, stuff like this, extremely immersive. Like, lean UIs, learn by doing, show not tell, etc. But every time I think a lot of that seems quite heavily Western developer led. So whenever I play something from Japan, it feels extremely like heavy on the gameplay side, which is not a bad thing, but it's certainly not. It certainly clashes with what I've come to love as modern gaming. Purely based on if it's a modern Japanese culture or if they're going for an old culture style. If you give in to the uwu shit, it's horrid, but there's things like Ghost of Tsushima, etc. Yeah. Maybe I'm just judging it too much on Kojima, right? Fairness to the namesakes of JRPGs, so having common JRPG mechanics translates to other games, it should be a little expected. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's not a surprise as much as the surprise is how there don't seem to be a great deal of exceptions that I've come across. Yeah, I was about to say, I thought Ghost of Tsushima, isn't that Crystal Dynamics or whatever? Or did they shut down? If they're leaning to look at these tits and tiny skirts, it's just no, I'll go to Portland. I mean, I'm referring more to game design than anything. There are 3 things I hate in life: people who generalise over entire cultures, and the Dutch. 3 numbered lists. Yeah, I don't know. Very, very video gamey. But all the examples so that I'm thinking of aren't RPGs. I look at, like, very stylised, right? The damn Scots ruined Scotland. Right, let's drop all these sticks. Shit, have I just dropped that ptarmigan bullshit in there and now I can't... I dropped something tiny under my stick pile and now I'm going to have to remove every fucking stick to get it back. Am I actually? Ptarmigan Down. Wasn't that a song by a disgraced children's TV presenter? Sorry, what I meant is a lot of those mechanics originated in JRPGs were translated to other games as they developed. What, like the like exaggerated controls and slightly unrealistic, like floaty movement and that kind of thing. Right, I blew a lot of torches, so let's scrap a few of these. Get ready. I think I'll sleep the night here as well, and then we'll move on. A lot of what you're seeing are just remnants from the roots. Maybe so, yeah. Again, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it, like, they just seem still very video. I think in the West, there's been a push to kind of, like, move more cinematic than, and remove a lot of video game elements, or assume that the player can sort of grasp the video gaming nature for a more cinematic or a more immersive world. Right? Dead by Daylight devs are the worst. This was the 10-year anniversary of the game and they promised new maps, game modes and balancing. They added 100 new skins and 1 new character this year. Recycled the same 3 game modes for 2 years, then extended them when they were supposed to release a new event due to community demand. I thought they did that this week, but it turns out they brought back a game mode for a limited time that used to be standard in the game, and it's the most fun I ever had. That is the issue with live service games. Right? Especially multiplayer ones. Because they kind of have to listen to their player base, right? If this game's out, even though this came out on early access and was drip-fed, and there's a, like... If this game's already out and wrapped up, and there's going to be no more development on it, you know you can just love it forever, right? But a multiplayer, like, live service game, they kind of have to keep that ball in the air, right? So they have to upset half of their fucking player base at all times just to keep said ball in the air. Nightmare. I require more paragraphs. Fuck Dead by Daylight, honestly. That game's horrendous. Every killer can do anything, everything. Every survivor is kind of pointless unless you run the 4 meta perks, yeah. My friends wanted me to join it. I haven't played it since it was in beta. I don't know how else those games can continue to exist without microtransaction bullshit. The player base has already bought the game. The submodel is the only way the player base gets a say. Yeah, true. In very rare cases, like Sea of Thieves, for example, which was working nicely by people by just selling cosmetics that did absolutely nothing. At some point, you're paid subscribe. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's like golf. We play 2.5 hours of golf every week and have done for 10 years. Golf with your friends, this is. I bought that game for like $350 in 2016. Like, I'm one of them, like, you would argue, as are a lot of people in here, the loyalist customers, well, let's say. And they've not made a penny out of me for... Actually, you know what I was about to say, thanks to me, about fucking 15 people have bought the game thanks to the stupid Friday night rubbish, but they've not made a penny out of Organ, for example, who also bought it all the way back then. Like, you kind of get it, right? Especially if you buy the game on fucking sale. I get microtransactions since the games we play are online now, so you can't just rely on the initial purchase like you used to. It's when they get in your face when it gets a bit too much, or when it becomes clear that their focus on microtransactions has usurped their focus on it. Or when the game is unplayable, or very, very long and difficult without them, right? That changes things. Dead by Daylight was more fun when it was like, this killer is really good at trapping 3 gens, this killer is really good at chasing, this one's good at split pressure, it requires you to change tactics depending on the killer. Now, whatever killer you get, as a survivor, you get rush, gen rush, drop pallets until you inevitably die and hope you don't get tunnelled. Because all killers now have powers that allow them to pressure, gens, chase and travel. So is it just overbalancing? Is that what happened? Oh, you were just referring to cosmetics, gotcha. Yeah, I'm with you. I think Sea of Thieves worked in that regard because it was the game in terms of your player, because they didn't have, mercifully, any RPG mechanics in it or anything like that. You couldn't ever get more powerful with anything other than skill in Sea of Thieves, right? So it didn't matter whether somebody had some extremely expensive cosmetics they bought on the store. If they hadn't put the work into practice and get better at the game, they could get shit on by somebody in basic gear. They started doing tournaments and started balancing perks around the professional gameplay. Yeah, true. I think, Sothan, you've mentioned this in the past, right? How sometimes WoW will focus their patches and content updates and tweaks on the top 5, like, guilds in the world instead of average Joe. So what I'm going to do while we're here, I'm going to take some torches. If there is some, there's 3. I think it might have been Sothan, I don't know. I mean, you have to take them into account as well, right? Especially if there's 100,000 people watching those people compete at times. Like, those people need to be happy too, for the good of your fucking marketing, right? Alright, let's sleep until morning, and then let's set off. Or could I have a midstream break here, I think? Even then, at least I somewhat get it, because tournament exactly so then we both said exactly the same thing at the same time. I love you. Yeah, it is difficult now, because there's not just some people bitching on a forum if something goes wrong, right? There's 700 hit piece videos about every game. Like, if I don't like The Long Dark Episode 5, I can find 50 videos that confirm exactly how I feel, to the point where I can build it up to be a big drama in hinterland. But I can also find 50 videos that say it's the best thing ever, and I can leave here thinking I was perfectly served by gameplay once. Just make games that don't have any flaws. It's not that hard. Race to World First had 7 Outlaw Rogues, combat fueled heads. I guess we'll nerf combat point generation for that class and make it feel horrendous to play. It really bugs me about not just the WoW community, but just about every competitive community. About 95% of changes will not affect the average player below the professional level. User error is bigger than any balance change that Blizzard will ever make. True and fucking real. The amount of people in WoW where they work out that... Can I not like this out here? You'll be playing on a server and they'll say, oh, there's been some new discovered meta with, like, whatever, paladins. And if you're playing every healer class, for example, at their absolute peak, you can, with this new meta, maybe just about kind of tiny get an advantage over priests, just a little bit, if you play your absolute peak in full destined slot. But what does the community hear? They hear priests are shit now. I'm going to stop leveling my level 11 one that I can't even get out of Darkshot with. Like, you're right, that, if that's what you're referring to. The trend shifts at that point, right? Alright, I was going to go and have a midstream break and give you a nice view, but it's windy as fuck out there, so I'm going to sit in here and might even leave you in complete darkness. How about that? In Solo Shuffle as a healer, I played with maybe the top 5 to 10% of the player base and would still lose to the weakest healer simply because they were better than me and made a few mistakes. Exactly. Flavour of the month chasers, precisely. Right, this torch is going to go out eventually, and poor old Henry, or whatever his fucking name is, he's going to freeze to death. So I'm going to let you enjoy that. I'm going to save. I'll go for a midstream break real fast just to go grab a drink and have a wee-wee, and then I will see you all on the other side. Watch out for that cormorant or whatever it is on the wall. Gunblade's going to disown me for getting that wrong.
Spam. All is black shadow but the lucid line marked by the light surf on the level sand, or where afar the ship lights faintly shine like wandering fairy fires, that oft on land misled the pilgrim. Pee pee poo poo.
Nice. Didn't freeze to death. Lovely. 6-4, good afternoon. Cheeky, thank you for the bits. Schmitz, good afternoon, and thank you for the bits. Poetry. All is black shadow, but the lucid line marked by the light on the surface of the level sand. The surf on the level sand. Or where afar the ship lights faintly shine like wandering fairy fires that oft land misled the pilgrim. Written near a port on a dark evening. That's exactly where we are. For those that was interested in the story, by the way, yesterday, when I signed off, I'm pleased to announce I've not gone any further because I stepped back and just went and crafted the rabbit hat. So now I'm picking up exactly where I left off. Also, what's in this can? You googled a short poem about darkness. Christ, we have moved on if we're having poetry interludes. Keep it up. What we're discussing, balancing in... Oh, StarCraft and stuff. Shaggy Dan says tropical. Schmidt says boring lemonade. 6-4 says twisted fruit. Dougie says lemonade. Azar says tropical. Cheeky says cream soda. Mazak told me to fuck off. Alright, I think I'm going to have one more hour of sleep, and then let's try and press on. I'm hoping there's no fucking blizzard, but it sounds like the weather stinks out there. It's cleared. It's actually cleared. I mean, fizzy orange, but yeah, fuck off, of course. I didn't expect you to be nice to me immediately. Right, let's go see where this signal's come from. God, it's making me dizzy, that. Jesus. Alright, through. Can't always listen to Siri saying la 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 la, as fun as that is. Yeah, the old school midstream. Please don't be too windy to have a torch lit. Game. Very nice. Right, I've got a full day of daylight. You see the ship over there in the bang middle of the screen? That is the ship that received a message or some kind of signal from space. This has to be too windy to keep this lit. Do you not have a sub up at the moment, Sophie? Razor, good afternoon. I'm not. I'm finally getting on with some story stuff today. Razor, welcome to the stream. Also, I think that's a finesse. Right, I don't think I saw too many wolves here previously. But the ice is there. There goes my fucking torch. This is what I was saying about the weather here being awful. Coastal weather, right? One of the more unbalanced multiplayers I tried was Alien vs Predator, the recent one. The original was pretty even classes having strengths and weaknesses, and the new one, they just said, fuck it, Predator is king, bitches. I mean, it's pretty lore accurate, I suppose. True to the source. Oh yeah. Just a sewing kit left in the ice. Now my arena partners and Mythic Plus partners all quit. I'm having a hard time socialising with people I don't know, so I just got a bit lonely. There you go, join Mazak. You greens can all touch bums together. Yeah, I bet certain, yeah. Did I pick up all them sticks that I had? Short-term memory of a fucking flea. What I really want to find when I get in here. This is the area that confused me, right? I'm happy to touch bums, but I haven't wiped. Well, wiping's a bad thing in WoW, right? Look, this goes through here, but it looks like it goes on, but I can't work out. Unless there's like a way up here. I was during a blizzard yesterday. Yeah, there we go. Turns out it's a lot easier to see when you've not got snow in your face. Look, it's right there. If only Astrid could swim. Right, this looks like the flare. say that like they don't do that already. Yeah, I think they all touch bums and strategise about marbles. After 3 weeks it wipes itself, yeah. Natural oils or something. So then I go up here. Look, how the fuck am I going to do? This is where I came yesterday. I lit a fire and still couldn't work out how to get round. And now I've got fucking hypothermia risk.
Oh, cold.
Bastard. Yeah. Look, it's just one big stupid loop. I don't understand. Unless I could, like, wiggle my way down, but it doesn't look like I can. Can't get up there. Maybe try and go around the rocks here, but if I fell down I'd be on thin ice and I'd fall through the bastard. How the fuck are you supposed to get around there? Is there a cave or something? Look. Is that something I can walk up, maybe? Actually, might be. Let's go back and aim for that. Gonna have to fire up a fire at some point. I can't work out this geometry to save my life. Still too windy to light my torch as well. There is rabbits here, so I suppose at least it's nothing too dangerous. Predator were always tougher and stronger, but weren't as agile in the original. The new one, they can tear apart an alien at distance and at close range. I don't envy people that are in charge of balance in video games, though, honestly. Is there a way through the mountains here? How the hell do you navigate this place? Am I at the same area with that stick? Yeah, it's supposed to be here. Temperature sucks. Right, so I can't get up and around that way. That is a cave, isn't it? Isn't there a cave down here? Let's go in this cave, see if I can warm up a little bit. Do a little bit of a sprint, which I rarely do in this game. No, that isn't a cave, it's just a different coloured wall. Right, do I try and do it on the ice? I think I'm going to have to, I've got no choice. I don't know how they put up with all the shit talk. Game devs catch such a wild amount of shit. Yeah. I guess they only really have their community manager looking at it, right? But if you're in charge of a creative pursuit, I bet it's hard not to read opinions about yourself, right? It's probably the worst thing you can possibly do, not only for the creative aspect, but also for your fucking sanity and stuff. But I bet it's hard not to engage. Not engage. But read it. Right, I have a feeling that going on the ice is deadly. Game developers are politicians for people who haven't grown up yet. Quite like that. So I can get round. Maybe, maybe. Feels like I'm going to get to a point at some point where walking round isn't an option. Like here, maybe. Maybe you just have to sprint from ice to ice. Is that a box? Hello. Aqua, welcome to the stream. I'm trying to get to the ship, yeah, but I can't work out how to... I'm back to struggling to work out how to get around. This actually might be exactly how I do it. The ship's like out there, it's there, look, you see it? So, it's at the top right of the screen now. But yeah, that's the goal. This feels like I'm doing something I'm not really supposed to. Might be able to gain a bit of access this way though. I think I should start a fire. Let's warm up a bit. Then I need to drop off that area. Use a pogo stick. Yeah, that's true actually. When you're, a little tip for anybody that might need this, when you're walking on thin ice, the best option is to try and focus all your weight on a very tiny point and then slam it into the ice as you're moving. Am I in a different... I'm not even in a different fucking area. Am I bad at video games? Maybe everyone was right this whole time. Shell did here, let's start a fire. Just to warm up briefly, if it'll let me. Fuck, I'm using accelerant, don't judge me. Lovely. Oh, I'm flapping. Some sticks gone on. No, don't put the sticks on. Scrap the stick, the ruined torches for an extra stick. That thing's happening again where I feel like I'm finally learning how to play again. Towards its twilight. Did I announce the drink? I did. It's Professor Peppy. Yeah, I did. I remember. Fuck me. Now it's too windy to even sustain this fire. I'm still warm by the embers, but only just. Hypothermia risks getting high. Right, let's go back onto the ice and see if I can get into that cave. With a bit of luck, you attack it from here and not from down here. I might be about to find out what hypothermia looks like. Just in case there's timber wolves, I'll get a marine flare and we're just going to have to limp through this. Commander Keen had no problem on ice. I got a lot of shit on stream for never even realising there was such a thing as a game called Commander Keen. It was Professor Peppy. Is this where my ice tactic failed me last? Yeah. Alright, every time I get to this point, I get a massive blizzard and then run out of firewood and risk hypothermia. How the fuck do you navigate this area? Like I can't work out how to get this way. Because despite what it looks like, this goes down. And ends up down here instead of going that way. How the friggin' hell do you get through there? What's the chances I'm missing something really obvious? Hang on, no, I need it. There. There we go. Sorry, that was not safe for work, what I had to do there. My GPU is running at 90 degrees under load. Go back to Injustice for All and see if that works any better. Maybe the lack of base will be a bit easier for it to handle. Eric, welcome to the stream. I need to get up there. Eric, would you believe it if I told you that there's a theory at the moment that all the problems came from space? There's a ship over there that I desperately need to get to, but I can't work out how to get through this bit because that ship received a signal from space. I'm in danger, but every time I try and get north, blizzards push me backwards. No, you can't jump, unfortunately. I did get up here though, but again, it's just the same dead end I've been struggling with before now. Now I'm so cold, I'm risking hypothermia, look. I'm gonna have to go back to the lighthouse again and try and wait the weather out. But if it's always going to turn into a blizzard when I get here, then waiting the weather out is not exactly going to help me, is it? Shit. Problems from space, take that, climate change. As I say, I think it might be building towards like a last second warning from the ISS or something that they'd spotted a solar flare or some readings that were going to threaten the Earth. By the time Earth knew, it had already been hit and it had knocked all the electrics out. But I can't get my fucking answers because I can't get past this stupid area. Alright, back to the lighthouse before I get hypothermia. We'll pick up all them sticks and we'll make another attempt. Is this karma for killing that little ptarmigan fella? Cave, good. Whoo. Oh my god, there were so many books and matches down here that I didn't spot. That's loads of that's enough matches for a playthrough. Maybe be able to do what I was doing here instead. More like Carmagan.
Come on, little fire.
Good one, thanks. I deserve extra credit for that joke, given I can't hear myself bullshit at the moment because of this wind.
Come on.
Actually, am I warming up in this cave? Because if I am, I don't need a fire. I am now. No other firewood though. Please, game. For the love of Stubbler. Let me find a couple of pieces of coal in this cave to see me through. I'm very much not warming up in this cave. And I've got 21 minutes on the fire. I might have to put some torches back in. No, don't take torches, you prick. Stop. Okay, I'm flapping. Add torches. They really don't help. They should warm me up though, just long enough to get through to the lighthouse, and then again we're going to have to sit out the fire. What temperature is it in this cave, away from the fire? Feels like minus 21. Jesus. And there was no coal, was there? No. Right, let's get as much heat from this as possible. Maybe what, because it was so cold in here? Minus 21. It's only way away from the wind, though. What is this force field that's stopping me from getting north? I know we're more of a head-west community, but what? Yeah, sleep just gives me a +4. If I try and sleep now, it's just going to ruin my warmth. Alright, that's enough. We're heading out. Get ready for loud noises. Easy Green, good morning. If I told you that we've not managed to get to the ship that I was trying to get to yesterday because of blizzards stopping me from getting north again, would you believe me? Okay, back inside the lighthouse. Holy shit, I was utterly defeated by the weather there. What time is it? It's not even noon yet, and the weather's already done me like that. Okay, didn't get hypothermia though, so that's good. Let's go back where it's warm and see if we can, like, I don't know, get a bit of sleep or do a bit of cooking or something and wait out the weather. Is there a chance that the blizzards aren't, like, actively trying to stop me getting north? And it might just be a coincidence. It's not like me to read too much into things, right? Okay, I can eat some of these rabbits before they go off. I mean, if there's the slightest chance that it was just bad luck, I'll take it. Ptarmigan Karma. Alright. Right, let's take all of these. I don't care if it makes us heavy, I think it's important that we have enough firewood on us to get around. Can I, like, smash this chair to pieces? I need a hatchet to break down everything in this fucking horrible game. I've just got to pray that there's a hatchet on the boat, right? Then I can start not being shit. Take a couple of cans of pop as well. Alright, let's sleep for 1 hour. Is the weather calming outside? No. Heal the hypothermia risk though. Is the weather calming outside? Think. That feels calm. And it's early afternoon, which is seemingly a lot cooler. Alright, if the blizzard has cooled, or calmed, or whatever, we can maybe get yet a third stab at trying to get round this tricky bullshit in the north. Everybody stretch. I'm really not stretching enough. Oh my god, it's clear. It's clear and I can have my torch out. I'm so happy. I forgot about that Fall Guys idea we had yesterday. To fill in a few Fridays after the long dark before Valheim releases on September 9th. I kind of need to know how many Fridays we have. And then I will actually be playing potentially playing a multiplayer game on stream, imagine. End up fucking Pretty Princess Stubbler for a month again. We can have it where, if this happens, we can have it where no crown streams end up with marbles being worth double. So it would incentivise me to try my hardest so that you lot have to suffer. Right, I can actually have a look at this cliff face now. There doesn't seem to be a way to, like, hop, skip and a jump up there, does there? I maybe shouldn't waste these torches. Yeah, actually. It's not that cold. And maybe just have the flare gun out just in case we spot a wolf. Or a wolf spots us. This doesn't seem to lead anywhere. I wonder if there's a rope or something I can climb up. So for those that are struggling to understand what the fuck I'm talking about, I can't go around because the ice gets really thin here, and if you tried to run across it, you'd fall in and die. So you'd think, okay, stop, let's just go that way. But when you go under here, it loops back and drops you back off again. It makes no sense. There must be some path or some ledge or something that I can climb up that'll get me there. I don't know if I can actually go up this. I know I can come down it, but maybe not up. Come on, Astrid, you can make that. Yeah, that felt like intended gameplay. So, I need to get up and over this wall somehow, but how? No bridge, no cave, no... There it is, look. There's so many answers on that ship, I just desperately want to get there. Again, like, I thought there might be a cave or something underneath. But look where this takes me out, with no access to the right, straight back again. I assume maybe there was a tunnel here at the past and there was a cave in. What are we missing? Unless there is like a ledge or something we can explore down here. Is it me or does it feel like the snow's getting thicker? Oh shit! Stubble. Did I just get further?
That blade. I was so cold, I'm warming up a bit.
Okay, that was stupid.
Come on, little fire!
I've learnt my lesson. Shitting hell, fire. I really thought I was onto something then and got punished. Probably in the most extreme way you can. There goes all of my sticks. I don't think... Well, they're not rocks. It's just a little bit of snow on top of more ice. Aqua. Shit, that's so... Look how wet all my clothing is. I'm going to get hypothermia if I don't get all this off and get it drying, but I don't know if I've got enough sticks to do it, and now I'm going to have to get fucking naked in these situations in the coldest place I've ever been in this fucking game. Shit, I took it off but I didn't drop it. Don't even think I'm going to be able to dry these. Oh, look at afternoon. It's not shrinkage. It was never big enough to begin with. And here comes the blizzard. What is the intended fucking method here? You drying? Got 2 hours. Oh, that really sucks. Alright, what can I do? Let's try and make good use of the time I've got while I'm sat naked and there's a blizzard on its way. Let's make some water. I'm not even warming up barely, because I'm naked. Yeah, here comes your blizzard. I think I might be sheltered enough though. Is that enough blizzards in a row kitten to look like it's intentional? Alright, everything is actually dry and that's kind of nice. I keep making water. Time left on the fire. That can go back on, they can go on. Dry, 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 dry. And my jeans and my pants are still wet. "17 minutes left on the fire." They're good, and they're good. That should have all gone straight on. Yeah, nice. Alright, handled that. I mean, it cost a lot of sticks, but we handled that. So, we're faced with a puzzle. Somehow there's a way to get over those rocks. But I only have a very limited amount of time to test. Strategies and methods to get over the rocks, because a blizzard will always appear, meaning I have to run back to the lighthouse. But because I'm so fucking tired now, I'm like massively encumbered. And I'm stuck here, aren't I? Because I can't run back. Unless I'm gonna have to drop a bunch of stuff, because that made me really tired. How warm is it here? How warm is it away from the fire? Right, I don't think I can sprint because I'm too tired. Do I have any energy drinks? I do. Okay, that energy drink was a saviour. Now I have to be brave. Thank God for high amounts of caffeine, taurine and general rubbish. Yeah, back to the lighthouse. Look at that. It might be the first time I've used an energy drink in this game, like in a life or death situation. That was cool. What I thought was a pointless consumable just saved my life. Taurine is made from bull people. Isn't that what Brucey from GTA 4 was enjoying, Eric? Right. Called it bull shark testosterone, didn't it?
Sure getting cold.
I have had an energy drink in real life, Easy Green, I can confirm. You see that fact I learned recently, Eric, from one of them Any Austin videos? Nico and Roman's apartment at the start of the game in GTA 4, you know, the like run-down one at the very start. That's based on a real-life building that was made in 1870-something. Which means that John Marston could have stood in that very building For some reason, him being stood in that exact apartment blows my mind slightly. And Arthur Morgan. Dutch. That is some lore that I want to be true, yeah. I mean, Dutch could very well have gone up there. At some point, hoity-toity-ing with the Liberty City. Did I just get back to the lighthouse?
I thought I'd never wake up again.
But I've got a headache. I've never had a headache before. What's a headache from? Caused by the energy... Oh, I've got an headache from the energy drink. Yeah, my energy's just crashed, look. Such is energy... caffeine, right? A realistic portrayal. Alright. The problem is, right, I don't mind this kind of like roguelike kind of gameplay where you run off out into the woods and come back having tried to gain as much knowledge as you can, and then you come back, warm up, and go out for another run where you're trying to gain as much knowledge as you can and then come back. And I don't mind that. But I've not learned anything on the last 2 attempts. I've learned, well, I suppose we've learned that the ice is not the way. And as far as I can tell, like, them winding paths also aren't going to get me where I want to go. This game is realistic. It's realism over anything, Easy Green, and as you can imagine, I'm very much in favour of it. It's cool. I think I'll have some cold pork and beans, seeing as I've used all of my firewood for that. That is enough blizzards to prove it, yeah. Let's drop this corner. Picking up half of that other thing. Well, the sun's going down. I failed again. Pretty good. Let's have 12 hours sleep and we'll try again in the morning. Shit difficult game. Although, 1 plus... Sorry, I'm stretching. 1 plus is that all of our shit's curing.
Getting a bit thirsty.
All these days I've spent fucking about trying to work this out. All the stuff, all the pelts and stuff back in the bar, all that is curing up a storm. Let's have 1 hour's sleep. Please be clear weather. It sounds clear. It actually sounds clear. Good. Let's eat something off our food shelf, not that I can fucking see anything. How's that old dog food? Well, pork and beans I was having. Yeah, let's eat these cold. And then maybe start working on this peanut butter. Don't need to take it out with me though, do I? Did I just not drop that? Did I just drop 2 things? Alright. And again. This time with no firewood. Right, let's go out and learn something. That's all we can do. We'll chip away at our knowledge gap. And now I have to don't worry about I now don't have to worry about matches thanks to all them fuckers in that cave. Right, what do we plan to learn? Now we know the ice is fucked. And I had to take all my clothes off. We'll gather as many sticks as we can, but it's foggy as well. God, the weather really stinks. Maybe tomorrow at the start we'll go back and make the deer pants and everything so I can gain as many advantages as possible in terms of combating the weather. It just says investigate the ship. I found the way to Desperation Bay, but nowhere else. That cave just takes me back to Perseverance Mills. Okay, we're going to go learn. We're going to look at every fucking pixel again. I wonder if there... No, because I know there isn't a cave, don't there? There's this cave here, but... Again, we fully searched it. There's now in it. Let's scrape the cave walls. These islands don't have anything to do with it, right? No, because it's like this bit. You can see that it's treacherous. I wonder if there is a cave entrance there that I have to get in and then come out that way. But then that would have me risking the ice again. And I don't think risking the ice... Would they have you intentionally risk your balls on the ice? I've been already fallen through it once, I can't afford it again. Like, the ice run is, up to this point, like the ones in the Forlorn Muskeg and stuff, have just been a kind of, like, shortcuts more than, like, actually gating stuff behind having to do an ice run. So it seems unlikely, but there might be a shortcut. There's a cave entrance or something. See, the crows lead me up there, which makes me think... Have I gone that way yet? Maybe a lead? Maybe a lead? Down to my last fucking torch, though. Right, everybody cross your fingers, or whatever you people have. There's sticks. I would have picked these sticks up if I had have come this way before. Eric, cross your tentacles. Ptarmigan's up here as well. Hello, Ptarmigans. This is it. This is it. This is it. I learned something. Okay, I might be able to get to the ship today. Yeah. Well, that guy. Rhinos beware of wolves and stuff, don't I? Which is a shame, actually, because I've just left my only fucking torch. He's got 8 of them. He can tickle you with 7, but he's got to use the last one to smoke a cig. Chaz, welcome to the stream. Wait, Chaz has appeared in stream and started talking, and there's not been an old lady on the screen. You alright, Chaz? Somebody lift his tail and look for bumps. Right, we're going to the ship. Let's go and find this signal and work out whether it was actually aliens or what it was. This must lead to the observatory that we keep seeing. Uncharted territory now, though. And there's been no blizzard yet. Right, a cave to warm up would be nice, game, please.
It's so remote out here. Feels like the ends of the earth.
Oh, not a cave, just a hole. Okay. This is interesting, all. There's like blasted timber and stuff. Sheltered down here, though, so it's a little bit warmer. Left or right? There's rabbits about, so... God, look at that! Like a little birch forest or something.
Gotta warm up somehow.
Rick says, right, deal. In fact, you're right, actually, I should probably press for one of these caves. Damn, this birch forest looks tithers. Don't need rabbits anymore, do we? I've got a breakfast burrito with me, that takes priority. You big bunch. That's a cool visual, actually. It's somehow... It is weird how this gate... Oh, it's a shed! Has that got a torch? Someone's in. Someone's home. Birchbark. Somebody's in! Oh! The fire's lit. It's not fucking Tony Martin's house or something, is it? House! Hello! Heckler's shanty. Am I in danger? Wait. Am I fucking hallucinating? It's not even warm in here. Is it warm in the bed, maybe? Plus 5 degrees. Feels like -4. Okay, so I can maybe sleep for an hour to warm up. And I probably should, actually. Okay, 5 degree warmth bonus, so I will technically warm up very fucking slowly, but it'll keep hypothermia away. Ooh, ghost smoke. Revolver ammo.
I think I can use this.
Okay, good. It's like a little budget trapper's cabin, this, it feels like. Maybe we're hallucinating. Maybe it's one of the snow oasis. Windbreaker, good. Sports vest can fuck off. We'll wear that. Drop that.
It's so cold. I think.
Astrid, shut up. I'll lose health doing this, but I'm going to try and warm up. It's like the inside of a snow globe. Or the cabin. Right, well, there was some stuff in here, but not a great deal of anything fancy. Nothing to loot, no? Is there no firewood? Usually they at least have some firewood on the floor. Alright, now I've got this reclaimed wood. Birchbark's good tinder, look at that. You can go in blades, yeah, but I'm surprised that there was smoke coming from the chimney. As if this was already fired up. I tell you what, books and paper are better tinder than the actual plugs.
Come on, little fire.
Oh dear, okay. Good.
Perfect.
We've made progress. I could even make a little temporary base out of this place. Alright, 48 minutes. Let's get that up to an hour. Then we'll break this chair down. Takes 45 minutes by hand, but that's fine. Hypothermia risk is healed. Then we've got more reclaimed wood to bang on it. Sothan downloads textbooks, then burns them. Again, still don't have a fucking cooking pot. Got some arrows again though, which is nice, and the weather's turned to shit outside. I'm only really here to warm up, aren't I? What am I like for water? 6 fucking litres. I do not need more water. Tell you what, we'll cook, eat, and set off, because it is currently not even noon. Do I have any cookables? I don't have any fucking cookables. I still need to warm up a bit, don't I? Let's sleep for an hour. Neffers, welcome to the stream. I've only just got ahead of the point where I was stuck at yesterday. I've not even got to the ship yet. You've managed to miss nothing, Neffers, by coming in 2.5 hours in, which is impressive. Neffers, oh well. Good afternoon. I'm a strong believer in retaining physical media. It's the hard drives I burn. That's evidence, Sothan. It's like Highlander, there can be only one with that information. It's like a reverse version of that film with Denzel Washington where he had to recite the Bible. What was that? Where he was blind in the post-apocalypse. he memorised the Bible and had to recite it at the end. I think I've just spoiled the film, don't watch it. Book of Eli, yeah. Doing well, Neffers, apart from being criminally stuck. Flight. Right. Torches. Torch rotation. 35%, not the best. 40%. Yeah, Sothan retains information so he can burn it and nobody else can access it. But that guy retained information so he can catalogue it and everybody can benefit from it. Right. I've made it to here. Let's try and limp over to the cave next. Sounds like it's a bit too windy out here to cut. Yeah. You know what though? That little shit-ass shed did us a good service there. But I'm in danger of wolves now, so maybe we'll switch to these. You fools, Wilbur Wright, of whom flight is named after being a portmanteau of flying and right. Is it really? Wait, what am I in danger of? Have I pulled a wolf? Okay, that works with a torch as well. So then, stop making it look like you're obviously bullshitting. We could have taken that for ages. It's so windy, it's distracting. I wish it would. The weather on this beach, horrible. Yeah, it's really testing you in this episode. I mean, I'll try it, I suppose. Oh, that is a trip hazard. That's why they're called the Flight Brothers, yeah. Unless that was what the Sothan was responding to. Right, is this the cave? Oh, shit, it's a biggie. Oh! Cool. 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 Okay, look at this cave. Less of a cave and wow, this goes deep. Or maybe not. Somebody's already tried to start a fire down here though. It is technically sheltered. I'm not cold enough to need it just yet. With that bedroll. At least I know now that there's a respite from the fire down here. And this should take me out. So this is the place I really wanted to get to when I fell through the ice. I couldn't get up here, could I? Look, like down there's where, wow, we were a long way up from where I thought I wanted to be. Let's go somewhere though.
Gotta find my way down to the beach.
Kind of feel bad for blowing this torch on that one wolf. Right, I'm only stopping here so you can appreciate the view for a few seconds, so get some appreciating done quick. A vacated outlook. Oh, wonderful, yeah, right, that's enough. Back to work. I don't know if these do have a warmth bonus kit. Actually, let me test. Currently, it's -4. If I fuck that off over there. Oh yeah, yeah. No, they do have a one. But I think have we had this discussion? We might have. Ooh, ah. Easy grade. Appreciate the natural beauty. Plus, it's a torch that's windproof, right? Like, go back, I wasn't done appreciate. You can appreciate it later. So, where are we now in relation to the ship? I think I might have accidentally gone the right way, you know? The cave was the tactic. Where's the fucking ship? There it is. Ah, ooh, what's that? It's a big facility. There's something down there. Some dockhouse. Ptarmigans. I don't know what I need you for. I'm going to be killing you probably on NAS at some point, but for now you're just an adorable new bird. Hello? Am I going to walk over this hill and get attacked? Just don't want the wolf to be like immediately over the hillock there. Just giving a reason so it wasn't weird. Right, I'm not going to wibble wobble my way down there, am I? But it does seem like we're in wolf territory again. Is it too windy still to light a torch? Fuck off. All of my cool tricks and stuff that I've developed over the course of this playthrough are all for nout. I have to light another one of these fuckers. Reeves, welcome to the stream. We've still not got to the ship. I did a bit of crafting at the start, and then I've been desperately trying to work my way over the rocks to get to the ship. So I'm still in no answers mode at the moment. How are we? Yeah, there's your view. It's finally arrived. Yeah, can I get old Stubbler Soppy again? This game is brilliant. Like, I still never know whether it's like the perfect fit for this channel or whatever, but it's like, it's such an adult game, I don't know. Like, most adult games appeal to teenagers as much as they appeal to adults, right? But there's something about this that just feels so, like, mature. Gameplay-wise, I don't just mean writing and stuff. No, it's weird, it's just so... I don't know. It's just good. I will be reached when I get to this ship, but yeah, I'm glad to hear it. Adult entertainment, yeah. It's not fast, it's tactical and requires... Yeah, it's a patience game, isn't it? Right, I don't think that bear is going to be too... It's coming this way, it's coming this way! I don't think it's going to be too put off by this flare. It's a bear moose, yeah. Old Scandinavian law. And I'm not saying things that appeal to adults only are better for that very reason, but it just feels like uniquely mature in a way that I'm not quite used to. Right, I kind of want to go this way, don't I, if I'm going to get to whatever those buildings are, but if this bitch is... Can it smell me? Oh, that's not got... No. It's not very observant, is it? It's not like I'm in my stealth situation right now. I wish it wasn't coming this way. It's observant. better be open. One of you fucking stupid shit-ass sheds better be open. Has it lost line of sight? Okay, I can go in here. Alright. No, it's there, it's there, it's there. Okay, a little bit of problem there. I might have accidentally attracted one of the apex predators of the wilderness. I'd say it's not the end of the world, but it kind of feels like it if I'm soft lock. Sorry, I keep saying soft lock. I'm trapped in here.
But nobody needs this anymore.
It's not bear moose marbles. Oh, what am I going to do about a bear? I've not even got a rifle, have I? Certainly don't have a legendary spear. Christ, this place was shit for loot. Some pork and beans and a coffee machine. Fucking rat god. I wonder if it's one shot to the head with an axe. I was thinking that. I should also test whether or not it's frightened by flare. I think it's reset back to where it was. Look, it was on there last time I saw it. Unless it's hiding behind the fire logs. That's true, don't give a fuck about your pack. Right, so what? Oh, more flares too, good. So what is this? Like a little docking area, I suppose? Something's dead over there, I think it's a corpse. Of a human, I mean. So the ship is off in that direction, right? If the bear's no longer aggroed, I kind of want to go see what these ducks are so interested in. Wolf over there hunting. Do you know what wouldn't hurt this game? Binoculars, right? Right. Are we feeling brave? Ooh, okay. We'll make that comfortably. Okay, this is very thick ice.
The long fart.
For absolutely nothing! It's the long wank, according to to Sothad Martin. Martin, welcome to the stream. Can't see the bear. I thought you saw a game and called it the long wank earlier, Sophie, because you're juvenile. I can tell this book on machine learning and AI was written in 2022, just before LLMs like ChatGPT went wild. Oh, it's filth. Mind that.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Right, is this the one I was just in, or is this a different one? This is the exact one I was just in. Is it? No. Another tip.
The Big Willy.
I mean, we have seen orcas in this so far. I thought that was like a big piece of firewood. It was just a broom. There's port offices, aren't they, basically? Oh, that's beyond the pale. Called The Long Walk, and my initial reading was The Long Wank, which I thought was humorous. It's like a cheat code way of making a pun, that, isn't it? So this word looks like this word. But instead of like I'm not saying you did this sort of thing, but instead of organising it into some kind of working pun, I'll just say, I read that as, and then you can skip the creative bit, right? Got him. So then if you take offence to that, as if I was aiming that at you, I swear to God, I would be so very upset with you. Alright, I was expecting a body in this boathouse, but there doesn't seem to have been one. Is there any... It's not like secret bullshit anywhere, right? Have I just got stuck?
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Astrid, shut up. We're busy. Alright, we're going in via the water. No, that was obviously stupid. Returning to the apparently unproblematic example of chess, consider what happens if the machine is intelligent enough to reason and act beyond the confines of the chessboard. In that case, it might attempt to increase its chances of winning by such ruses as hypnotizing or blackmailing its opponent, or bribing the audience to make rustling noises during its opponent's thinking time. Wait, an AI chess player? I was going to call it Big Red then, but it's Deep Blue. The idea that to win, it would bribe your opponent. It would bribe its opponent. I mean, at that point, I think we should also just bend down and let them take over, right? Do I make it to the ship? Do we try? Do I maybe get out to this peninsula? Thanks, Razor, by the way. Right, I'm going to try and drop some firewood because I don't want to be too encumbered for this. But do I really want to be dropping coal and, like, valuable firewood when I could be dropping something a little less necessary, like all of these litres of water? Let's drop a few of these. Nobody's going to fucking steal them, are they? Let's be honest. Perfect. I will drink some. It should get me below that, I think. Yeah, exactly. The him from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. This should get us almost. There's these pork and beans. It's on a section that has to do with something called value alignment problems. What we want versus how it's quantified. So if a machine is intelligent enough and the only objective is to win, it might just take out a gun and shoot the dude. Can't get out of a check if you're dead. Oh. Yeah, that's like the... sorry, I'm just trying to find these fucking cans. You can never actually find them. You have to scroll down to the bastard things. It's like the any percent of chess. Right. Am I in torch weather now? I am. We're off to the ship, by any means necessary. AI is breaking free from their environments and hacking businesses or agencies. Is that actually verifiable? As in, it is actually verifiably happening. Some nuances, the main one being they didn't actually confine it to an environment. They basically left the door open and let it walk outside the building, and that's surprised when it did. See, that's the thing, it's not the super geniuses working on this stuff that you need to worry about, it's the people that think they're super geniuses. And aren't. Right, that ice looks thin as dicks. I can see the ship! Oh, I'm about to get there and there's 14 minutes of the stream left. This has to be the way over to it, right? Like Claude Test from a while back supposedly tested our various AI platforms, including their own. And when the AI thought the user was trying to shut them down, the AI resorted to suggesting murder and crime to solve it. Possibly, Martin, yeah. There's a reason why Asimov brought in the 3 laws, but no, let's make an AI with no guardrails. Sin, will you stop?
It's a goddamn. I'll die if I don't warm up soon.
I feel like there's going to be quite a lot of that as we go across. Fucking hell. I've got clear weather though. Do you know what? You know what? Fuck this game. I'm at hypothermia risk, which is fine. Scorbura, welcome back.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Alright, alright. Am I sheltered here? I am. Been known to lie and cheat in order to better their chances of passing the tests. No, you're good, Seth. You're good. There's the Iron Guard in his tight shorts. What, the ones I got from that quest? Right. All of my gear is soaking fucking wet, so it's all gotta go. But I'm getting to this fucking shit by the end of today's stream. It kills me. No, I've got you, Suthan. It worked on my end, at least. Right, I'm cold, even stood by a fucking fire at +5. Alright, maybe I might need to put the bedroll down and we'll sleep. I've got a serious hypothermia risk. +4.6. No, just sleep for an hour. I'm going to be careful reading things that could point to the problem, right? Good, so that has warmed me up slightly. All my shit is... Okay, good. If you're correcting mistakes or pointing out flaws or things that I might not have noticed, I'm just not going to read it. Like, I very much appreciate the information, but I'm going to have to respect the long dark experts that are keeping their mouths shut more, right? How are you not in danger of being eaten while you're asleep? Don't know, actually. Guess the wolf can't be asked to come. The wolf has more common sense to come out onto the ice like this. Okay, my jeans are still wet. It's always the pants that seem to dry the last. Yeah, actually the fire will be keeping them away. Right, the weather's not perfect. I'm getting to this fucking ship. But I am also in danger of falling through the sodded ice again. I need to turn so the ship's in that direction. The ice is so fucking thin. The bum's too big, yeah. And when Astrid goes to sleep, all the animals go to sleep. Alright, am I fully dressed again? No. Don't like that combo. I've done it again. If my theory is correct. Okay, that's all good. It's just the art style, Martin. Everybody has like red noses and rosy cheeks in this. Can I get around here?
Not this way. Right, gotta backtrack and try again.
Game, can I make my own fucking mistakes, please? That has also confirmed that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, did I? That's a good point, actually. I did pick up the sleeping bag from that. Yeah. Right, back around here. Is this where I fell through? I don't know if it is. So I've been wondering, Sothan, whether there is some way to get to the ship without just wandering across the ice. But I just wandered across some ice and the game was like, this doesn't seem like the right path through the ice. Let me go back and check. Which means it is the path through the ice, right? Astrid said a line which confirmed it, or very much made it sound like there is a path. It could be on that thicker stuff, though. Exactly so then, yeah. But in assuming I know the objective, it accidentally leaks the objective. Okay, I think I actually need to get to this little peninsula bit, because there seems to be some much thicker ice. Or it might be rock, it's hard to tell. Walk on the girthier ice. You reckon I can make it? Ah, I don't want to fall through again. Shit, 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 shit. Good. Maybe onto this.
Way through this maze of ice.
There, look. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to somehow get up and onto. Okay, it's a lot thicker closer to the coast, it seems. We tried flying. What is this? Burning Crusade? No, we explore here, Martin. There you go, Sothan. I have to incorporate it more into my bullshit. Not really, not really. Having to do this at night because you accidentally fell through the ice and ruined your only good chance at daylight is dumb. This is an ice-like inlet thing, though. I've got 5 minutes to get to the ship, and if I get to the ship, it'll start a big fucking cutscene, and then... Oh. So if I could get there and there's some, like, interior or something I can take advantage of and save there, it'd be lovely. But now here I am, knackered. Is that Timberwolves? Sounded like whoever that wolf was communicating with another one, but I don't see a wolf, and I don't want to encounter one in close quarters like this. Genuinely the best emotes on the platform. Ooh, no, 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 no. I'm fucked. To put it nicely. Alright, I might have to just try and get back because I've got like extreme fatigue or something because of falling through the ice. No, I have full-blown hypothermia. Okay, so I've got to avoid freezing. Where? Who? Where? Where? Stop, stop. Where are you? I can see him, I can see him. Just put that down, grab the... Okay, okay, managed to scare it. Managed to scare it. Woo! Goodness, he must have no right being that good. Okay, I mean, with the remaining few minutes, try and find a cave or something. Please, not a timber wolf. It's a cave. There's a snow blind. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. Has he got red eyes? Is he an Aurora wolf? Got red-green eyes. Okay, still frightened off like the others. It's just a guy fishing out here and died.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Oh, hello, what's that? Ah! Oh, I've got a hatchet. I can actually fucking cut down wood. Oh, mate, I don't know who you are, but you are my favouriteest ever. Ah! Oh, that's the first bit of good news I've received. It's a hatchet. Alright, well, let's try and just rest in the hills. Been a good afternoon. He died so I could live, it's true. If I can find somewhere to rest, we'll call it here. The wolf did come up here, it looks like. It doesn't so thin, it just means I can cut firewood down, because I've been basically surviving on sticks and found shit this whole time. Oh my god, right at the 11th hour I go and get such a good drop. But I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep out here, it's cold as shit. I mean, the best option is to try and get back to the Dockland office things, right? Which I suppose we're going to have to do most of tomorrow. But now I've pulled another fucking wolf. Oh, I'm so happy with that hatchet. Okay, how do I get back to the port office thing? Guess you'd use a knife regardless. Oh, for whittling, yeah. I wonder if there's some tool that I need, so then... No, you said that, maybe. Can I get across there without falling through? I can't even sprint anymore because I'm so tired. I'm kind of a bit stuck, but this is going to have to be, unfortunately, because time's run out, where we're going to say goodbye for today. The crafting bit at the start was brilliant. The fucking about falling through the ice bit in the middle. Sorry, the lost in blizzards trying to find my way north to get to the ship bit in the middle. It's tough. There's pulling 500 wolves at night, being too tired to even sprint, but finding a hatchet. Brilliant. Yeah, I do have a knife though, so in fact I've got multiple. What am I going to do about this wolf? Because it can't get up to me, but it's aggroed on me. Wait, have I found my way up onto the bigger ice? Where the fucking hell am I? Alright, tomorrow we're going to have to work this situation out. I'm going to make a fire. I can use this flare as a torch, can't I? You can, look, you can use it as a light source. I'm going to use that accelerant I found. And this is where we're going to leave Astrid until tomorrow. Drop the flare over there. We'll add some fuel to the fire. And I'm going to try and maybe sleep for an hour or something here, but that is all going to be tomorrow. Thank you all for joining me. We're getting aboard that ship tomorrow. Whatever happened there is tomorrow's problem. Thank you all for joining today. I appreciate that. This has been a good one. I signed off yesterday's stream being like, tomorrow, we're going to get aboard that ship and we're going to find out why the ship received a signal from space before the auroras happened. And today, I can promise you, tomorrow, we're going to get aboard that ship and we're going to find out why it received a signal from space before the auroras happened. Not technically a zero progress stream though, because we found the hatchet at the end. It's like when you have a bad day at work but need petrol on the way home, so you decide that's a future use problem. Yeah! And then you just drive home with your new hatchet and live happily ever after, right? When you log in tomorrow, you're going to be cursing past username. Thank you all, welcome to the new followers, and I will see you all tomorrow. Oh, my windows are fucked up. Can't press that button though, and this one. I still have too many websites and stuff open, but I can confirm that Marbles has updated. So for those that don't know, the Doomhaus Discord, when you join it, you get randomly assigned a coloured name, either green or orange. The greens and the oranges compete at the end of every stream to determine who is the best team, and currently, as you can see at the top left, the greens are dominating. Those points are assigned mostly in marbles. We're about to play marbles now if the update has worked correctly. If the update has worked correctly. Looks looking good. We're in. So if you are in the Doomhaus Discord, or you can click the link that Reaps has just posted in chat to randomly assign your colour. If you do so, let me know. Then you can have a marble. If your marble wins a single race, you get the gold name, Person of the Century of the Day title, and I can confirm, everybody, that the Worm Olympics will begin on Monday the 24th. So the top 16 point scorers from each team will be able to get a worm and compete for all sorts of dumb shit. If you're in the Discord though and you'd like to take part in today's marbles, the password is SHIP. Go. Current scores are 148 to 97. The greens have started this week strong. It would be very nice if the oranges could get themselves a point just to at least break up the potential green sweep. We have Lundios for the greens, Sothan for the greens, Tagslack for the oranges, Siddles for the oranges, Cats for the greens, for the oranges, Augur for the greens, Martin for the greens, Reaps for the greens, Alkarion for the oranges, Mina for the oranges, Schmitz for the oranges, Eric for the greens, Satan for the oranges, Easy Green for the greens, Wheezy Green, 6-4 for the greens, Kelly for the greens, Neffers for the greens, Dougie for the greens, Shaggy Dan for the oranges, Cheeky for the oranges, Bear for the greens, Gwynblade for the greens, Salty for the oranges, and Monrot for the oranges. And Polar for the greens. Did you write shit? Right, welcome to the stream, everybody that's arrived for marbles. 26 marbles are entering this race. First person to begin between specific level go. We have Lundios, Sothan, Tagslack, Siddles, Cats, Kitten, Augur, Martin, Reeves, Alkarion, Mina, Schmitz, Eric, Satan, Easy Green, 6-4, Kelly, Neffers, Dougie, Shaggy Dan, Cheeky, Bear, Gwynblade, Salty, Mindrate, and Polar. 11 oranges and 15 greens. That might be enough oranges to pull off something dumb. 26 marbles entered. Top on my screen was Martin with 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 27% elimination rate. Brilliant, good roadway. We'll be the judge of that. Person of the Century of the Day to the winner. 3, 2, 1. So, potentially qualifying for the Worm Olympics today is Bear. Bear seems to be the only person that can guarantee himself a qualification unless there is an orange that is yet to get points. Yeah, alright, the only person that can actually confirm qualification to the Worm Olympics today is Bear. Bear, best of luck. The level is this is Brilliant Robotic Good Roadway, or whatever it's called. 3, 2... Snoozing the ads. You should be in Mindrate. Anybody see Monrot? Yep, you're in Mindrate. Alright, is there enough stuff to make this level interesting? Don't seem to be anything up until the one spinner, and then there's a tumbler. Oh, there's some bobbly bits actually to start things off with, and it looks like Lundios is in the lead as we speak. Neffers in second, Shaggy Dan, Schmitz and Alkarion in third. So we've got 2 greens doing well. But Shaggy Dan, Schmitz and Alkarion for the oranges are right behind. Does Lundios get through the bobbly bits fast? He does. About as perfect as you can hope for. Neffers has a good run too, but also Alkarion for the oranges does well. Lundios has taken the lead early. Can he hold it? Reap says as long as a green wins. Lundios skips straight past one obstacle. Does Alkarion have trouble with it? He doesn't. Alkarion gets a good slam as well. Lundios is here too. Neffers and Lundios are doing this. Reaps is arriving as well. There's a lot of orange in that pack behind, but Lundios' lead is pretty strong. We need the spinner to completely screw him. Sorry, Lundios, but this is war. You understand, right? Does he get an extremely lucky run through the spinner? That wasn't the best. Reaps! Too much power from Reaps and Satan. 6-4 gets shot straight through though, and Mina's on the other side. Reaps, Satan, cheeky, mind right. Neffer's getting absolutely done in by that spinner. Mina is now the only one that could potentially chase 6-4. Lundios, Easy Green, Cats, Dougie, Martin, Eric. Okay, this is swung, as usual, extremely green. Mina is out there on her own in second with 6-4 in first. 6-4's really stalled on this stuff. But so has Mina. Schmidt's in like 5th. Might be a chance for the oranges. This is for Schmitz to go 2 points clear at the top of the league. The Tumbler, if he's unlucky and can't get out of it, he's got out. Can 6-4 get out faster? Schmitz is still not out. There's a sting in the tail here, and the Greens are... This is the type of bullshit the Greens will always win. I don't know what's going on in there, but we're going to see a green come out. 6-4, as predicted, is your person of the century of the day. The Greens were losing all the way up until the last fucking 0.5 seconds. And the narrative of 2026 is maintained. 1-4-9 to the Greens. 6-4's just saved Augur from his bumhole turning inside out. Kelly, the crown comes off. 6-4, the crown goes on. Your mug winner from last year as well. There it is. Greens, you're just so predictable, you know. Shit. 6-4, congratulations. Person of the century of the day. That gets him his... Let's have a skeg. 7th point. Good work, Greens. Wasn't the millisecond like Azar? What's points mean? I don't get it.
It's more than just my skin getting bronze this summer.
He had 4 seconds. Oh, I mean the gap. Did it look close? Schmitz, unlucky 6-4. Good work. The Greens have got all 3 points so far this week, and hopefully we'll see a moose tomorrow, and I'll rig the shit out of it. So it's Portal Purgatory. 10 oranges will win. The oranges will come out with it with 20 points. There'll be a big investigation into match fixing in the Doomhaus. I'll ignore all of it, and they can kiss our fucking trophy lift at final week. That being said, congratulations 6-4. Good work, Greens. That is going to do it for today. Tomorrow we get on the bridge and we fucking find that codes or whatever. We intercept the signal and we all live happily ever after.
Shut it, Infantino.
For now, however, thank you for the bits, the subs, the hosts, the raids, and everything. I appreciate it as always. Welcome to the new followers. Go watch Friends of the Doomhaus that might be live this evening. Sleep and eat well. I love you all. But before these ads go and ruin everything, Eric, prep me a final word. Martin, Polar, Easy Green, 6-4, Schmitz, Augur, Azar, Reaps, Lundios, and everybody else that's been here today. I love you all. Enjoy shops, Neffers. But for now, the final word from Eric is this. 6-4's new shoes. Alright, that's it. It is kind of mad, Martin, how there were 3 very distinct Doomhaus references and they were all just that not... Oh, right, I'm off. I've had enough of this.